Okay folks, this will be an interesting one. Gonna leave it on 100. Okay, let's see what we have. We have here a sequined and a lurex and sequined top. So if you look closely, you can see the sequins and you can also see the silver lurex. So it's both lurex and sequins. So I think we'll do the back. There's a bit more to play with without the scoop. I'm just going to put it on the glass and move it around. So I'm just going to take that up there and we're just going to slip and slide it as we normally would. Yeah, that looks really interesting. It's got a golden look to it. We're going to use that. So we're just going to put that away, redonate it. And we're just going to take this and use this as our master copy to make something more interesting. So we're just going to put it on the glass like so. We're going to spin it around. Well, that looks nice already. That looks really nice. Wondering if we're going to use it because we've got nice patterns there and textures. So I'm thinking we could just take a section out of that and make it into something. I'm going to darken it just a fraction. So we're just going to put that aside and we're going to use this. Wondering how far we're going to go. We're probably going to go up into the corner there. Put that up against the edge. Overlap. Try and overlap it nicely. Silly. 200, I wonder how far the horizontal is going to be. 160 by, I'm going to leave it on 200 for the vertical. Hopefully this will come up a treat. Yeah, that looks nice, but I do think maybe this could go down a little bit down further. I think we've got it too high up, and maybe move it across a bit. So down and across. So down a bit and across. I think that's across far enough. Yeah, that looks a bit better to a certain extent. I actually don't think I really like it. I like this bit there in the corner. Wondering what we're going to do. I think we've got to move it further down a bit, down a little bit, once again. Yeah, that looks a lot better, I do think, to some extent. I don't know how it's going to turn out. It looks a bit boring down there, but I could be wrong, because often it looks good when you finally commit to it. I think a bit more on the horizontal could be in order. So maybe 190 for the horizontal. Yeah, that looks better. That looks better. I've got that down in the corner there. So it might look good or it might look like shit. I don't know. It's a tough one. It looks interesting, but I don't know if it's really any good. Maybe I've made it too big on the vertical. Maybe the vertical could go a bit smaller. Maybe we could make the vertical a little smaller. 160 for the vertical. It's really difficult doing this, folks. It's hit and miss. Yeah, that looks better, I do think. I'm still not sure if it's going to work, but often I find that when I finally print it off, it looks better, a lot better than what it does when you're just seeing one segment of the image. So the final look could indeed be a lot better. Okay. Okay, these two are the mirrors for this job. I'm just pushing these aside. These are the mirrors, mirrored parts of this job. I don't know how it's going to look. If it's going to be a little bit of a subtle sort of a image in the middle. There's more action on the outside. That often happens. Yeah, okay, that looks really interesting. I'm not totally convinced. I do think maybe I could do a switcheroo, folks. That might be a better centerpiece for all I know. It looks a bit more busy than what we have here. It looks a bit like it's not very active on the inside. So we're just going to line these up and make these into an alternative. I call it a switcheroo. For those of you who are new to my video work that I do with the photocopier, so I'm just hoping this will look even better like this. Sorry about the curling, folks. Bad weather, especially bad weather. Got rain. So anyway, I think that looks better, almost. I think now we can call it quits.